not a game, it's a rich thing.
Hey y'all, this is Tasha. I am back with another video. Thank you so much for stopping into my channel. If you are new here, hit that subscribe button below, thumbs up the video, and comment in the comment section below. Y'all, we are finally, season 6 of Love is Blind is finally a complete wrap. We have watched the reunion and we are here just to chit chat about it. I am not going to give a blow by blow review of what happened because honestly, it was a lot going on and nothing going on at the same time, in my opinion. You feel me? Like, yeah, it was cute and cool to have the older couples come, but honestly, they took up too much time from the current season couples where we needed to dig in to get more tea, trying to get updates on the previous couples that, quite frankly, I probably only cared about maybe 2 of those couples that were present. Like, how y'all get it right and how y'all get it wrong at the exact same time? Like, Kinetic, Netflix, Love is Blind, The Lachey's. I don't know. Somebody, please. Like, it's not that hard. Get it together. People have been doing reunions for a long time now. Get it together at this point. So, y'all, we're just going to chit chat and run through the main happenings of what went down at the reunion. First things first, Lauren and Cameron. I think Lauren and Cameron said, thank y'all for having us meet each other and fall in love with each other, but I don't want nothing else to do with y'all. I don't want, don't invite me over there to the cookout. I don't need to come to the homecoming. I don't want no parts of what else y'all got going on. Thank you for giving me my husband and my wife and deuces, okay? Because they were missing and I really miss them because I mean, they are the OG and they are like the face of Love is Blind. But anyway, the episode, it starts off with us getting into Jeremy and Laura's business. Laura is not there because she is on a work trip. Of course, we know they not together. Jeremy, they say he's dating somebody and they're like, ooh, I wonder who it could be. Sarah Ann, obviously, when the doors open and she comes out. And child, I don't know what Sarah Ann was doing with this dress and this hair and all this glitter, child. Send it back to the early 2000s, honey. Send it back because this ain't it. I don't know what she was thinking, but the two of them got a lot of smoke, especially Sarah Ann. And I'm just going to come out the gate and say it. I probably have an unpopular opinion in this whole Sarah and Jeremy situation. Was it inappropriate for him to be engaged and staying out talking to some other lady until 5 o'clock in the morning? No, like Jeremy should not have done that. He should have just broke things off with Laura if he did not want to be with her and then went to pursue Sarah Ann, sort of like Zach did the previous season. Like, that's all you needed to do. However, the smoke that Sarah Ann was getting, not only from, the Lachey's asking her questions, but Laura grilling her. Every girl on the cast is giving her the side eye and the stink eye. Like, y'all acting like she slept with y'all, man. Y'all are acting like Jeremy and Laura were some solid couple and they have been dating for the past 3-4 years. And Sarah Ann was Laura's good girlfriend. And then all of a sudden, Laura and Jeremy break up. And now Jeremy is dating Sarah Ann and they are together. Like, let's be real here. None of y'all were friends. Y'all did not know of each other before you came into the pods. So Laura and Jeremy knew each other, what, all of 3 weeks? She knew Sarah Ann for maybe all of 2 weeks. And we are this upset that the two of them got together and are now still together. Like, y'all, let's be real, okay? I am sorry. I am sorry. Maybe because I really don't care for Laura that much either. But I am sorry. I don't care. Like, y'all need to get over it. And the rest of y'all women that's upset about it, especially Jessica. Like, Jessica, girl, I don't even know why you here. You cool and all, but I don't even know why you here. You did not make it out of the pods with anybody. You could have stayed home, all right? But the smoke that they all have for her and how they are so upset with her, y'all need to chill because y'all wasted so much time on Jeremy and Sarah Ann, and we just completely overlooked the way Laura behaved with Jeremy most of the time. Because just because Jeremy was terrible does not mean Laura was an angel. We know Laura was talking to that man crazy, Well, they was talking crazy to each other at times. So I just was not here for the gang up on Sarah Ann and trying to protect Laura at all costs when, listen, Laura is no angel in none of this. And quite frankly, from the clip they showed us with her and Sarah Ann talking, she did not have that same smoke for Sarah Ann where they were face to face talking at that little pool party barbecue. So now, honey, I don't want to hear it. Okay. I don't want to hear it. We all know online, Jeremy talked about, it was outed that Jeremy was supposedly engaged to somebody. He lets us know, just like he's let us know online, that he had broken things off with that person before the process had started. So that's why, of course, he had just bought a new house and things like that. So whatever. Apparently, these two are going through regular relationship up and downs. They now live with each other, child, and I guess they are happily ever after. All right, let's move on. Next, they bring out Trevor. Now, y'all know the internet was already talking about Trevor, and apparently Trevor already had a girlfriend before he even entered the pods, and he was just continuing on with that relationship once he got outside of the pods. Now, if you already in a relationship, why you even need to come to the pods, I don't know. But Nick and Vanessa give this Shakespeare monologue play back and forth of the text messages between Trevor and whoever this mystery woman is that he was dating. Trevor looks like a kid that just got caught putting his hand in the candy jar and his mama just told him he can't have no more. He is sitting here like, yeah, he's sitting here on the mute challenge, okay? He is tweaking for sure. Like, Trevor did not know what to say. He did not know what to do. And here comes AD piping up. Nah, say it with your chest. Don't be quiet now. AD, girl, honey, girl, I love you. You cool and all. Be quiet and stay out of people's business. Worry about what's going on with Clay. That's the problem. You was worried about everything else instead of worrying about how Clay was telling you he was going to cheat on you every 2 minutes, girl. Like, stay out of other people's business and worry about what's happening with yourself, baby girl, is all I ask. But Trevor ends up, I guess, explaining himself, whether or not that was good enough for the viewing public. I'll leave that to y'all to decide. But he explained that he was talking to this girl. They were not really in a relationship. Sounds like a bit of a situationship. He said it was very toxic between the two of them. She knew he was going into the Love is Blind experience, and he told her that I'm going to go here. If I find somebody, that's who I'm moving on with. So they were not going to be doing whatever it is they were doing anymore. She was cool with that apparently, but then they got back out of the pod since he didn't choose anybody, and they were going to just join back in together. Trevor did tell us that he had a very hard time after the whole I guess breakup with Chelsea, and he had Johnny being his amen corner. Is like, y'all like Johnny, so y'all believe Johnny. Johnny was like, yeah, he had a very hard time once he came out of that pod session with Chelsea. I was like, not you using Johnny as an alibi. Trevor, you are a hot mess. But he was in the hot seat. They grilled him, and then eventually, like a kindergartner that's asking to go use the restroom, he asked to leave the stage. And Nick told him, go ahead, honey. You feel free to be dismissed, okay? Then we have Clay and AD. Clay is sitting there as if he has a back brace on, child, or as my boyfriend said, looking like SpongeBob. Because why was he sitting like that, y'all? Why the entire reunion was he sitting up? It was like he's trying to put on this front now that, he's probably seen himself on TV by the time the reunion has aired. He is trying to really be careful with his mannerisms, with his words, how he says things, his facial expressions. It's like he tried so much to make sure he was like on his P's and Q's throughout the reunion, so he would not give us any more ammunition to drag him on the internet. Newsflash, Clay, it's too late for that, honey. We have watched 12 episodes of you being trash for most of them. So there's no amount of cleaning up you can do on this hour and a half long reunion, sir. I am sorry to tell you, it's just not gonna happen. But they talk. He says he felt like he made a mistake, and My boyfriend yells to the screen, well, how about you get on one knee then? Like, if you felt like you made such a mistake, now is the time to make it up if you're going to show AD that you really want to be the man that she wants. But of course, Clay is Clay's daddy's son. So he's going to just talk to us in circles and riddles until he's heard himself talk enough at this point. He tells us, oh, I'm in therapy. I've talked to a bunch of therapists. I'm just still trying to find the right therapist. So are you in therapy, out of therapy, still working? Like, what is the status exactly of you being in therapy? Him and his daddy still have not had a conversation. According to Clay, they had, a little discussion that he believes it's his dad's version of apologizing, but it wasn't no apology. But apparently Clay says that was good enough for him. And I'm like, no, sir. Tell your daddy, bring it on back, rewind it, let's try again, because that's not good enough, sir. He needs a true apology. Y'all probably need to go to therapy together for a few sessions so that both of y'all can really get it off your chest what happened and how y'all can move forward as a unit, and how Clay can actually be somebody's husband one day, hopefully. Like, y'all got to work that out, and just overlooking it as y'all have done all of these years that ain't the way, Sway. Anyway, AD with her bomb dress tells us that she actually went on a few dates with Matthew. Girl, I don't understand. Did Matthew not give you enough information as to why he's a dog that you figured that you would go ahead and take him on a couple dates? And then before she even started talking about the date, she kind of leaned over to Clay and was like, with all due respect, that ain't your man. So that had me thinking it's something going on between the two of y'all, because who cares what Clay thinks if y'all have no dealings with one another? Who cares what it is that he thinks? And I'm so mad that Nick and Vanessa also didn't bring up the point of, there's a video floating around of AD and Clay together at what people have said is around Thanksgiving time. Why didn't they bring that up? Why didn't they ask those questions? It's like y'all spent all this time trying to grill Trevor, Jeremy, and Sarah Ann, that y'all let everything else that happened throughout this whole season just slide by the wayside. Like, that's why I'm saying how y'all get it right and how y'all get it wrong at the exact same time. I don't understand. It's not that hard. It is not that hard. But at the end of the day, Clay and AD seem to just be at, different places and spaces in their life. She's ready to be a wife. He still ain't ready to be nobody's husband. So we just gonna move on. They talked about Johnny and Amy, y'all. Straight up with you. I fast forwarded through the scene. I could not. I was sleepy. They usually boring. I just hit the fast forward button until we got on to the next scene, which was at that point actually more of Jess and Jimmy than actually Chelsea and Jimmy. Like, it was so weird that Jessica had so much to say and was piping up so many times throughout this reunion. Like, how you talking about everything, girl? And you wasn't even here. You don't even go here. You wasn't even invited to the party. I just don't understand. Again, it's just a lot of skating through of things that have happened. Because why did Laura think it was, okay for Jessica to potentially slide in and talk to Jimmy, but she was so upset at Sarah Ann sending a DM to Jeremy? Like, these are the questions that we need answers to, because this is a complete double standard that's happening at this moment. Chelsea completely skates by and does not get any questions, does not have to explain her behavior, her gaslighting, how she acted. She only admitted that, yeah, I'm insecure. We know that. Like, yeah, girl, Stevie Wonder can see that, but also, how about y'all grill her about her behavior, just like y'all did Sarah and Jeremy and Trevor? Like, she was trash to Jimmy the whole time. Not that I love Jimmy either, but the facts are the facts, and what we saw is what we saw. And I need y'all to have that same smoke that y'all have for everybody else, for Chelsea, and also for Laura. And also when we move on to Kenneth and Brittany, like, I felt Brittany when they moved on to them and they finally got to them in the last 10, 15 minutes of the show. And she was like, whoo, finally. And I'm like, yes, because y'all focused on everything else that is happening in all these past couples, but we have couples here that y'all have not asked all the questions that we need answers to yet. Like, come on. I need y'all to do better. Kenneth and Brittany claim that they just friends. However, they talk all the time. They text all the time. Even when they at work, they talking and texting and FaceTiming each other. And the thing I don't know if y'all caught this, but as they were talking, Clay, they switch over to Clay and AD real fast. And Clay is it kind of does this tap on AD's leg. Like, do you hear this? Or do you know what's going on? Now they know they need to stop lying. It was one of those taps. I don't know what Kenneth and Brittany could potentially be hiding, but I feel like they are hiding something. Again, she just posted a TikTok not too long ago with some song playing, and then Kenneth kind of coming out of the closet like they were still together. Like, y'all needed to address that. Y'all didn't address the rumors of potentially they had already decided they wasn't going to be together. And the scene we saw on TV was a bit of a reenactment of them too. Y'all didn't address that. Y'all only addressed Kenneth being on his phone. And he says, I'm very involved, principal, with my families and everything. I was gone for, I think he said 3 weeks. And that's a long time to be away. So really trying to catch up and stay on top of the communication with everything that had gone on with his school since he had been out. And they made a joke of if they had got down the aisle and got married, he was going to be on his phone. And I guess y'all thought that was enough to address this segment. The thing I hands down loved that came out of this reunion was Brett and Tiffany being there and Clay giving Brett his flowers of the episode I watched when I mentioned it in the show was season 4, and it was Brett. Like, he just, really showed the epitome of being a man and being a husband. And y'all know Brett is in touch with his emotional side, and y'all know Tiffany, if she see Brett shed one tear, she gonna be in tears as well. But he definitely, went in and was like, I don't even know how to receive this. I'm getting emotional. But, I didn't grow up as well with like this, picture perfect family and this ideal of what it means and what it looks like to be a husband. I wasn't sure if I was going to do it right. And I wasn't sure after we left the pods and the cameras were gone, if I was going to, still be doing this right and making her happy. And Tiffany just reassured him like, baby, you are doing a great job. Like, she just looks at that man. She looks at that man like she adores that man. And I love it. I love the two of them together. Like, they are right under there with Lauren and Cameron for me as far as the couples that I actually love from Love is Blind. But that situation, that was the highlight of the show. Just like Clay's mama reading Clay's daddy was the highlight of the entire season. The highlight of the reunion was Brett actually speaking up and receiving his flowers for being a great representation of a Black man on reality TV, being and still trying to be a great husband to his wife. Because just because you have not grown up with that example necessarily in front of your face, you still have resources and other things out there that you can utilize to help you be a happy, healthy, loving Black man to be somebody's great husband one day. Okay, Clay? Cheating is not in your genetics. All right. But y'all, that was really the highlight of the reunion show without going into all the updates from all the other couples, because y'all, I quite frankly did not care. I don't care what they're up to. And if y'all wanted to give us updates on them, then y'all should have made that separate from the actual reunion of season 6 so that we could focus and get more answers on the other people rather than y'all just essentially bullying Sarah Ann and Trevor at this point. Child. Anyway, let me know what y'all thought about the reunion. I am so happy the season is a wrap. I'm sadly not hopeful that the next seasons are going to be great. I hear that season 7 and 8 have already been filmed. So who knows when those seasons will actually come out. But I guess we'll be right here watching. Okay. Cause we complain, but we still watch. But let me know what y'all thought about this reunion, and I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.